bootstraps. He's got great bootstraps.
That's just the way I...
Nothing? Okay, alright.
Not that I hate Manning at all.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. It's just they got a little overboard with the whole, especially people not throwing any names out there. Woody Page, ESPN, that if he wins this, he is the greatest quarterback of all time, which he's in my discussion for top 10. Would I consider him the greatest? Probably not. Yeah. Even if he won that second Super Bowl, probably not. So
a lot of people have him like going up there when it came to him winning, and I was like, I didn't consider him like to be up there when it came to whether he won it or not, because like a lot of people were taking into a lot of account of like, oh, okay, he'll have 2 Super Bowls like his brother or whatever, but like that wasn't that important to me.
Yeah, I just feel like he's kind of like morphed into what I was thinking about it with the whole backlash with Manning, because you have these 2 things that I got from after the Super Bowl, where you have the Manning haters who are annoying to the point that it's like, he sucks, he's this, he's that, which are annoying. But at the same time, you have the Manning apologists and the Manning slurpers who are just equally as annoying.
Manning slurpers. I like that.
So who are just... The one thing I got from a Manning slurper that I thought was outrageous, somebody wrote, or somebody put, the play calling was atrocious. Manning couldn't do, anything with the play calling. I'm like, dude, he calls the plays, right? Like, so you're saying that his play calling is bad? But
the Manning thing is always gonna be complicated because like you basically said, John, there's Manning backlash, and then there's the backlash. There's always gonna be people who are Manning apologists because they're much in the same way that like Skip Bayless was a Tim Tebow apologist. Even though it seemed like it, he was never saying Tim Tebow is a great quarterback, just that he was good enough. But he was saying it. He felt that he needed to say it so loudly because he was the only voice, And so sometimes I think a lot of the Manning slurping is done by people like I don't think I'm in that category, but in general I tend to do that. Like just personally, I tend to support athletes who I feel got a lot of undue flack. You know what I mean? That's just a thing that like I think we all kind of do to a certain extent, and I do it a lot. I find myself on those athletes' sides for no real reason. And then you start saying a lot because it's kind of like you just need to get it heard, or you need to reverse what everybody's saying because it's like, oh, you guys are wrong, or whatever,
To me, I'm not like that. I like to, I don't know, some people might say I'm like a hater or not, but I like to see the good and the bad. I hate it when people do that, when they don't call out other people on their bullshit. And I'm like, listen, you gotta take the good with the bad. You can't just totally say, he's great. Yeah, but he has this other stuff too. Like, how come we can't be positive and negative at the same time with that person? I can't stand either. I can't stand when people hate on one person all the way when I'm like, but he's done good, which I'll get into with David Stern, and people like Manning who love him. Like, I don't know. When I thought about it, I always think Peyton's like the Derek Jeter of the football, where people just love him or hate him, and you can't.
Yeah. A lot of people try to say, like, think of it in a way like their guy is the guy that they favor is like perfect and they can do no wrong, and like if you say something wrong about him, it's like you're a hater, and it's like being in the middle is like the most hated thing that you can do, or something like that. But I think it should be more popular to like be able to judge them on both sides on their flaws and what they do well. Yeah. I mean, it's a very like low key position to have.
You know, what's the other word that gets thrown around too that I can't stand now that's so popular? If you disagree with somebody, hipster. Quit being a hipster about it. Like, oh God, shut up.
I mean, as far as Peyton Manning goes, if you want to talk about like, okay, what